Hi, I recently made a video where I mentioned that when I'm in Bangkok, I like to stay in the area around the Phrom Phong BTS Station, actually between the Phrom Phong Station and the Asok Station. So I thought I would tell you very briefly why I like staying in this area. First of all, the area has some very nice hotels at a variety of price ranges. There's the S-Box Hotel, where you can get a standard room for about $20 right now. Normally it would be $30, but it's cheaper now because of COVID. The rooms are very modern, but small, so it's a budget hotel. And then I've stayed at the DoubleTree, which is a really beautiful luxury hotel, absolutely beautiful swimming pool and workout room, an amazing breakfast buffet in the morning if you want to spend the money for that. And right now I'm actually staying at the Legacy Suites Hotel, which is kind of in the middle of those two. There are two good vegetarian restaurants that I can recommend on Soi 24. Wacky Wacky, which has vegan sushi, and Vistro, which serves a nice variety of dishes. And there's also a very good organic restaurant right by the Phrom Phong Station that's called Sustaina. There's a place called Imchan, which advertises good food and cheap. They also have a vegetarian section of the menu, and I eat there and take out from there pretty often. I think the food's pretty good. Now, in this area, there are also two very nice malls. There's the Terminal 21 Mall, which is actually connected to the Asok BTS station, and there's the Emporium Mall, which is connected to the Phrom Phong station. Both of these malls have very nice food courts. At Terminal 21, you can go up to the 5th floor, walk all the way to the back, and you'll find a large, always very busy food court. If you go back to the back of the food court, you can actually sit by the windows and get a very nice view. It's the usual kind of setup where you go in, you pay some money to get a card, you get the food you want to get from the various stalls, and then at the end you can cash in your card for whatever is left on it, or you can save it for next time. There's a vegetarian stall that serves 3 vegetarian dishes on rice for, I think it's still 40 baht, I'm not sure the exact, but that's a very nice food option, and a lot of locals go there. But they're also on the 5th and 4th floors of regular restaurants. On the 4th floor, there's a nice Lebanese restaurant that has hummus and falafel, so I can recommend that. Now, if you go up to the 6th floor of Terminal 21, there's a movie theater, but there's also a whole bunch of telecom stores where if you need a SIM card, this is a very good place to go. Just for those who may not know this, if you get a SIM card at the airport, it is going to be more expensive. It's best to go to one of these shops and get your SIM card. I'm paying 300 baht a month for my internet service from AIS. Service is great, but the other providers are probably good also. But if you're looking for a place where you can go and look at the various telecom providers and maybe compare prices, the 6th floor of Terminal 21 is probably a good place to do it. Next door to Terminal 21 is Robinson's Department Store. On the bottom level of that is a Tops supermarket, a relatively inexpensive place to shop. Also by Terminal 21, if you go across the street, there's a massage and laundry place. It's called Ayutthaya at 18 Massage and Laundry. It's a good place to bring your laundry. You'll get it back the next day, and they do a good job. Then by the Phrom Phong station is the really nice and upscale EM Quarter Mall. Actually, it's sort of several malls combined, and it's both sides of Sukhumvit connected by the BTS station. This place has a food court at the basement level. It's a little pricier than Terminal 21, but excellent food, very nice place to eat, and so I can recommend that also. So lots of nice food choices in the area. So at the food court in the AM Quarter Mall, for vegetarians, I can recommend a place in the food court that's called Suk Saturn. It's off to the side, not with the other kiosks, but I don't think you'll have any trouble finding it. Just ask for the vegetarian restaurant. Hi, well, I hope you're finding this video useful. If you are, you could subscribe to my channel or like the video, but what I'd really like is if you bought one of my books. I'd suggest The Vientiane Affair. This is a novel set in the early days of the CIA's secret war in Laos around 1961. It's got politics, history, sex, murder, and espionage. It's serious in places and it's funny in places. So why don't you give it a try? I particularly recommend listening to the audiobook. So you can just search for The Vientiane Affair on Amazon or Audible, or you can check the description for a link to buy the book. Okay, well, back to our video about staying at the Phrom Phong area. Now, this area around Phrom Phong is relatively easy to get to from both airports. I usually take public transportation back and forth from the airports. It's cheaper and faster than taking a taxi. So when I arrive at Suvarnabhumi Airport, I take the Airlink to the last stop, which is Phaya Thai, and then I take the BTS from Phaya Thai to Phrom Phong. If you're coming in at Don Mueang, you actually take a bus. It's the A1, and I think the A2 will take you there also. Takes you to Mo Chit BTS station, and then from Mo Chit you can take the BTS to Phrom Phong. So both are pretty easy without taking a taxi. Now, another nice feature of this area, actually next to the EM Quarter Mall, Benjasiri Park, which is a really beautiful park, big lake in the middle of it. You know, on a weekend afternoon, everyone is out there. You'll see a lot of people practicing their martial arts. Very nice place to hang out. So I probably don't have to tell you that the area has plenty of massage parlors, both regular and happy. Soi 24/1 Alley has a particular concentration of the happy massage places if you want to visit that area. Now, if you go towards the Asok BTS station, you'll find the famous Soi Cowboy, which has lots of bars where you can spend your money drinking with women. If you go past the Asok station, just beyond the next station, which is the Nana station, you'll find the Nana Entertainment Complex, which is a building with 3 floors of bars, and each bar has a slightly different character to it. So it's actually a fun place to go, even just to look and see what it's like. If you're in Bangkok as a couple, perfectly fine to go to these places, check them out, have a drink. It's all very low pressure, and you can see what it's like. Now, if you're here with a family, you really don't have to worry. All of these kinds of activities are very much out of sight. You have to seek them out. Your kids are not going to see anything that they shouldn't see. In fact, your kids are going to have a great time. The hotels have really nice pools. They're going to enjoy Benjasiri Park. They're going to enjoy the food. They'll have a great time. Now, if you're staying in this area, you're going to be using the BTS a lot. So don't buy a separate ticket each time you travel. You'll end up on some long lines. It's much easier to go to the counter and buy a pass. You put some money on it initially, maybe 300 baht, and each time you travel, the amount of your travel will be subtracted. This is much easier. So get one of these passes. So let me just add a couple more things. So if you're staying in the Phrom Phong area and you find that you need some medical treatment, you're actually not far from what's probably the best international hospital in Bangkok, Bumrungrad Hospital. So just go to the Phrom BTS Station, which is the station just past Nana, and you can walk from there to Bumrungrad Hospital. If you go there, generally you can get treated right away. You might have to wait half hour, an hour to see a doctor, but generally you'll get treated right away. The doctors speak English, and it's really top quality medical care. I've been there a few times and it's worked out fine for me. If you find that you need dental care, you can take the BTS to the Payatai station on the BTS. I go to a place called Dental Image at Payatai, and I find that the care is very good. Prices are very reasonable. In Thailand, many medications that you would need a prescription for in the US, you can just buy over the counter. So for example, if you need an antibiotic, you can just buy that at a pharmacy. So I think that's about it. There are lots of nice places to stay in Bangkok. I just particularly like this area, and these were some of the reasons why. If you have any other comments about this, leave them in the comment section below. And if you're coming to Bangkok, have a great time. I think you'll really enjoy it. And remember, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, consider buying one of my books, either in ebook or audiobook format. Check the description on how to order, or just look up The Vientiane Affair on Amazon or Audible. So thanks for watching.